This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick them up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And they tacked on the extra point. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. In the formation on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Smothers. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That one comes out hot down the right side. Intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And as he throws, the quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, you don't see it often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, I know it's weird. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Heaves it deep. Makes a deep grab.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. On the run, it's Lacey. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4.
quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it in double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. They will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting the scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score on this next possession.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Play action, here's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab down the right side. Off to the races. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Baltimore!
Well, they worked the play action, and he had this guy outside one-on-one on the go route. There's no question he was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets him behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll run it on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of the stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Run inside. It's Lacey. He breaks a tackle. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got a hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Catch in the middle, it's Townsend. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general, and maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand he can take this team to a national championship, and they've surrounded him with a lot of talent, too. Cam Coleman, amongst a bunch of other guys coming in through the portal, weapons for him to throw to, and I cannot wait to see what Steve Sarkisian's offense looks like this year. Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Running inside. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Longhorns will try to move the chains on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. To the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell tell they want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Madness. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Manning from the gun on third down. Point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Besides relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Quickly complete. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Snagged out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Lost to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Haas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, and get the first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers were playing zone, playing their spaces, and forced the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the missed connection on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it down the right side.
And that is a backbreaker for the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Manning on play action. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Here's Arch to throw. Under fire. And they got it.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. There he goes. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
They call 3rd down money down for a reason. Like 2nd down, they get the sack. Put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered. Doesn't force the football.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, Manning. They'll run the screen. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the gun on third down. That's a fly. Couldn't make the connection in the end zone, and that's not the worst of it. This flag is going to back him up for holding. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Sends it back in motion. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Throwing Manning. Setting up the screen. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He caught it, and he gets it in. Touchdown, Texas.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down. And they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on 1st down. Throwing right. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that okay.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab at the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And he missed it. No good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if he gets a do-over. to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. At time, as both teams head into the locker room, we're looking forward to a terrific second half. But before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Texas A&M with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. Make it now 6 straight victories for this team in what's turning into a very notable season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Manning with a play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice play. This running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Looking for space, it's Smothers. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll run it again. Finding some room. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
And that's a good sign for this offense. Maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second and goal.
They go play action with Manning. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that now, this guy's 2nd sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down immediately. Tried to catch them napping on the run, and nothing doing.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop to get some of that momentum and get the football.
That kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see it breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Quick completion on the out.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Brown running left. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They run the reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls fall incomplete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Hands it off. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach. Late late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock.
Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away. Hope as they push out the lead in this pregame showdown. This dude is lining it up for the horns, and some old school horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard touchdown they Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's crease court. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run the counter. Can't get him to the ground. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. In the red area, it's Lacey. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Lining up to convert third down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
Third and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with this possession. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
There's some room. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And the Longhorns will go for it here on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Ball down, but he's got enough to convert on fourth. The fresh set of downs and to keep that clock turning.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They want that clock to run.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Inside the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Brown again. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. The give on the counter. Hard-hitting tackle.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.